Welcome to the Tim Dillon Show, everybody. Special episode today. We rarely do guests, but we're having this guy on.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, no, it's fucking great to have you here.
Yeah,
we're an odd pair, me and you.
I know, people wouldn't think, really.
People wouldn't think. People would look at me and look at you. It looks like it's like a Big Brother program where I'm like trying to...
Yeah, you're trying to like mentor me and like show me the right path.
Trying to help you out, except you have so much more money than I do and more fame, you know?
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm like, you should go this way. And you're like, no, actually, you should relax and do what I do. You should get a face tattoo, Tim.
Yeah, you should.
How many? I'm thinking about getting a tat for the first time in my life.
Oh, you don't have any tattoos?
I don't have any tattoos.
Oh, wow. What are you going to get?
I don't know. Because we're doing this crazy tour, me and my opener, Dan, and we're all over it's a weird time to do comedy because like,
it's a weird time to do anything, I feel like.
Weird time to do anything. And like, we're thinking about, you know, maybe getting something to just commemorate this crazy fucking little tour that we're doing. And then like, because we do it, we end in mid-November. So we have like, we go through the run up to the election, and then a few weeks after the election. We just fucking don't know what it's going to be like to get up in front of a room full of drunk people.
Oh, man.
When shit's wild.
Yeah, I wonder what is that like? I mean, you have a lot of experience. You've probably already done that.
Yeah, I've never done, like I've been doing it the last couple of weeks and people are tense.
Are tense right now?
They're tense right now because they haven't left their houses.
Yeah.
And they're
But they're come out to the comedy.
Come out to the comedy club. But this is like they're just going out again. And everybody's got real strong feelings about the election. My audience is really divided. So I got people that are like, Trump's got to win again. And then I got people that are like, Trump's the devil. And then I put them in a room and then I pour alcohol on them.
Oh, my God.
And then I try to make them all laugh for an hour and then get away with my life.
Is there any like crazier cities that you've been to more than others?
I think Phoenix, Arizona was drunk.
They were drunk as hell.
They were drunk and they were partying and they don't think COVID's real at all.
So no mask wearing.
They don't fucking... They were coming afterwards trying to do like a meet and greets after the show. And I'm like, dude, it looks bad.
They're just trying to make like a meet and greet? Like,
they were trying to just grab me and they're like, come on. And I'm like... And it was fun, but I mean, it's like, it looks bad. Yeah. God forbid I get sick or they get sick, then
the internet will go. The internet tries to cancel you if you aren't safe with anything. Yeah.
Yeah. See that, yeah. You've gone through that a lot. You've gone through, why do you think you're so controversial? People.
Well, I think the most part, my name, Lil Xan, just coming onto the scene, it was just already.
What is the name? Explain the name.
Well, back in Austin, Texas, what year was that? Like 2016. I was just crazy off Xanax. I was trying to be a photographer. My camera had just gotten stolen. And I remember we were on like Main Street or something. I just walked into the liquor store. And my friend was like, man, you're always high off Xanax. Like, I'm going to call you Lil Xan. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, that's stupid but funny. Like,
right,
you know
that's fun.
It's just it's
that's
stupid.
A fun development.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And then from there on, I wasn't even thinking about making music. But all my friends made music. So I got back to LA.
You were thinking about Xanax.
Yeah, I was only Xanax, you know what I mean? Right. And then, I got back to LA and I was like, well, just all my friends make music. Let's see what happens. And just from there on, the controversy followed. On
yeah. Do you feel like a lot of young people follow you?
Definitely. A lot of young female audience for the most part.
Yeah, that is not this demo of this show. I'll tell you right
That's
now.
That's what makes this crazy.
Yeah, this is not weird. This is not a 19-year-old girl show. The women who come to my live shows have all been to prison. Like that's the type of woman the woman that can listen to this voice for hours on end.
They love you though. Probably.
Yeah, they do like me. They do like me. They do. Yeah. So, do you feel like your responsibility to live a certain way because you're like all these people?
Oh yeah, definitely. More and less recently, I had a little hospital scare about like 5-6 months ago. I was sent to the hospital. I was trying to just quit everything cold turkey, Oxycontin and Xanax mainly. But I had 5 seizures in one day, 5 seizures. And it put me in the hospital for a couple weeks. And then I got out and I just stayed clean because I was like, bro, this is going to kill me. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I've been I've always tried to be a good role model against an advocate for not taking drugs. Like I was never like, yo, you got to be like me. And I was just letting people know that, you know, we go through this struggle. You're not alone. And I just recently come off it, and this is the best I felt in my whole life, you know.
Yeah, you look great.
Oh, thank you.
You look like you feel like you're living fucking life.
It's like its own type of high, actually, just be this coherent, you know what I mean? If we would have done this podcast like a year and a half ago,
you would have been sleeping.
I would have been asleep.
I would have been yelling, and you would have just been asleep.
Yeah, I would have been
right
here, just like, you know, like,
yeah. But now, what do you feel like? Is that better for creativity to be sober?
I'm not I'm not gonna argue against like drugs. Like they do help some sort of aspect of creativity. But you could be just as creative without drugs. You know what I mean? You just got to find inspiration and find like a good balance, and you could be just as creative.
Why are there, why, like, I'm sure I know the answer, because comedy, there was so many drugs, and now there's not as many because so many people died, you know? Like,
yeah,
Greg Giraldo, and, you know, all these people that died. I mean, you go back, and there's a litany of people that have died from drugs and being unhealthy and stuff. What do you think, like a lot of the tragic deaths, whether it's Lil Peep or Mac Miller, do you think they're making people really kind of think about how they're living? Because these guys are so talented, they have so much potential. Is this making people think about stuff?
I think it's definitely showing people, you know, the repercussions and what you know, what can happen. You know, it's a shame that we lost Mac and Peep and all them, such talented like fucking artists, dude,
and young kids,
and young too. You know what I mean? Just so much potential. Yeah, I think it's definitely. But if you go back in time, this is always young people have always been dying of drugs. You know what I mean? Right. Like in the limelight is what I'm saying. I think it is making people a little more aware. But man, when you fall down that rabbit hole of addicted to drugs and stuff, bro, it's hard to get out.
It's tough. Yeah, I mean, I was an addict for 10 years. So I started doing coke at 13.
Oh shit, yeah.
So yeah, I was bad. It was bad from 13 to 25.
Okay.
And on and off cocaine, booze.
How did you manage to get off of it?
I started doing stand-up when I was 25. I bought a house when I was like 22, coked out of my skull. I got a subprime mortgage. I bought a $600,000 house. The house was worth maybe $350.
Yeah.
And I mortgaged 600 grand because it was back in the days when you could do that. And I was just every night, I was just drinking every night, coke, you know, drowning in debt. And but I would tell people about it, and they'd be laughing, and I'd be like, "I'm saying the worst stuff," and they would just laugh. They're like, "This is really funny," and I'm like, "This, I'm literally gonna die," and they were like, "This is really funny," and then I just was like, "Oh, I want to maybe start making people laugh," and then I just started doing that at 25, and I sobered up, and I've been sober. I'm 35 now. It's about a decade.
So how was the sobering up process?
It was tough, but I did transfer addictions, right?
Yeah.
So like from drugs to comedy, like I did transfer it.
Yeah.
So instead of doing drugs, I would do comedy 3 or 4 times a night. Like that was what some people transfer.
So yeah, it took your mind off of it.
Took my mind.
Yeah.
Some people, like I had a friend got sober, went into fitness.
Yeah, that's another great.
I did not do that, but he did that. He went another way. I went into stand-up, and I was just like, I just got to stay, I plugged my head into another world.
Yeah, that's actually good that you're talking about that, because people, that is a big thing of, if you want to get help with addiction, you got to find something else to occupy, your mind and stuff. And that's like probably the best advice you maybe can give somebody, is just find something else to occupy your time.
Yeah, and if something you love or you're passionate about, it makes a big difference.
I've seen a lot of people, like you said, go into fitness. That seems, that's a natural high.
It's natural high. You treat your body the right. Like my opener is like majoring in fitness, and which I didn't even know was a major, but you can major in exercise in school. I should have gone to college. I had no idea. And he's great to have around, because he's like, every now and then he's like, you gotta rein it in a little bit, which I don't always respond to. Well, like we were at the store yesterday, and I got mad at him because he was like, I was like, we should get all this ice cream. Maybe Lil Xan will want ice cream. He's like, is that just an excuse for you to have more ice cream?
Yeah, for you to get ice cream?
Yeah, and I was like,
I do like ice cream though.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, should have got him some ice cream.
We have cookies and cream.
Oh, yeah.
But so now, what are you're 24. Are there people from your life? Because you were not a guy that, when you were growing up, like me, I think people were probably like, this guy's not going to succeed.
Oh, I was the same way. They were the same way, dude.
If you saw me in my early 20s, I was drunk, coked out, driving a car with no insurance.
Oh, that's like me right now.
I mean, just bad. And my license has been suspended. It's still suspended.
Same.
I was just working in a subprime mortgage office, barely selling those.
Yeah,
fucking.
For me, it was I dropped out freshman year after attending 3 months of high school. I was like,
3 months of high school.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
3 months of high school.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
You gave it till Halloween.
Yeah, I did.
And then you were just like, fuck that shit.
Yo, the problem.
Whoa.
Yo, the problem was the people. I felt like I was trying too hard to fit in, be the cool kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I could tell that I was becoming like something I wasn't.
Right.
And I was just like, I can't do this. I like to play video games. So
right.
I dropped out, spent probably the majority of what would have been my high school experience playing video games, not talking to girls. I was a fucking,
Were your parents like cool with that? Or were
man, I mean, they weren't cool with it at first, but I think they realized pretty soon that they were like, oh, we can't tell him what to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're good parents, good supportive parents, but they would have liked that if I probably would have, you know, went to school, but.
Finished ninth grade.
Finished ninth grade at least, right?
They were as supportive as it could be.
Yeah, supportive as
like, all right, he gave it till Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Let's let him play some games.
And then I didn't really know what I wanted to be. You know, I just knew that I just didn't need school for what I was gonna.
You just knew you weren't going the conventional route.
I wasn't going the conventional.
I knew that too.
And I don't
like,
encourage people to like go that route.
Yeah, we're not encouraging anyone.
Yeah.
Just in case our advertisers are wondering, we're not encouraging anybody to drop out.
Yeah.
When you were playing video games, you just love rap? You love music?
Oh, I've loved. Me and my dad used to just bump records on like vinyl and all that.
Who are the people that you love? Because I know that there's been much made of like you saying that like certain rap didn't speak to you, where it's like you know you respect guys like Tupac, but you were like those weren't my favorite guys, you know? And
yeah, I have so much respect for all that. Like I grew up on old school. You know, I grew up on like Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Big L. A lot of different things, you know. I have mad respect for that.
I dated Foxy Brown for many years.
You did?
I'm kidding.
I was about to say, oh my God.
No,
that's so cool. Tell us
right after she got out of the firm. No, so you were like into rap though. Who are your guys where you like when you heard that you're like I want to do this? Because for me it was like guys like Patrice O'Neal, and Bill Hicks or George Carlin or even like a Joan Rivers. Like when I heard people say shit, where I was like, fuck, I cannot believe they're saying that. I can't believe it's so funny. Who are your people in rap where you're like these are my fucking people?
It's so crazy because I didn't really know I wanted to pursue music until very far into actually. You know what I mean? But I just always loved music, and it's not necessarily just rap. I grew up on alternative rock, like grunge, you know, about like Smashing Pumpkins, all that stuff, Nirvana. But I think around the time, like when I started to make music, I started to really appreciate the craft and all that. And I was like, oh, this is something really special. And my love for music like transitioned into, you know, a cool little career off of music.
Yeah.
Which is just super sick. But
what was the first time in your career that you knew things were going in a good direction? Like you were like, fuck, I'm actually, because
probably like around, that's hard, man.
Was there like one show? Was there one thing where you got out there and you're like, fuck, like I can do this for a living?
Well, I was like a supporting act for my friends and a lot of other different artists.
Who were they? Like who were those people?
My friend Steven Cannon, who's still he's on the rise, and just people like really that aren't really known.
Right.
It was kind of just I just love performing. It was like for like 10 people. You know, it wasn't that crazy. So I think the first time in my career was when I dropped my record Betrayed on Cole Bennett's Lyrical Lemonade platform, great platform. And then it hit like 1 million plays, and I wasn't used to a million anything.
On Spotify?
On YouTube. On
YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube. Okay. I don't even think Spotify was really popping off. Like it was a thing, but it wasn't like really popping off yet.
Yeah.
And then it hit 1 million views in like an hour, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Wow, yeah, that's huge.
It's I'll never forget that feeling. It was like magic, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. Just, that was probably the first time.
What about, are there other people that you came up with where you're like, I owe that person a lot. That person kind of put me on. That
we've definitely, I would say, no, you ever heard of like the No Jumper people?
Course,
yeah, they were early adopters of what I was doing. Like they were like, oh my God, there's a rapper named Lil Xan and stuff. And I think we made like, we made some t-shirts, and they probably sold like 13 of those t-shirts.
Yeah.
But it was the first start, and it got me linked with Cole Bennett, and from there it just went crazy.
Are you like you when you were young, you were on the internet? Did you labeled up kind of quick, or were you like somebody who went indie for a while?
I was probably independent for a pretty good time in the beginning, but I had originally signed to Columbia Records right after the record went crazy. Betrayed was around the time Columbia. I feel like I was going to a label meeting like every week. Yeah. And I landed on Columbia, but we had like some differences. So we
What do you think about in general people that are making music now? Is it better to just stay indie?
Oh man, we were just having that conversation. Yeah. It's a weird time for music in general. Like the people that are like, shout out to anybody who's just blowing up right now, like Ian Dior, Kid Leroy, man, they're going crazy. It's just a weird time because you can't do shows. So you know what I mean? It's weird because their Spotify numbers are going crazy, but it's like you can't like take a video of like a sold out show, and you can't really understand the full grasp of what somebody's doing right now because we're limited to what we can do. But it's just a weird time.
So is it do you think it's good? Like, do the labels, are there good labels that help you? And then there are the labels that kind of,
the music industry, you need like if you want a certain thing, labels are definitely the way. I'm not against labels in any way. And I'm also not against like the independent route.
Right.
Because you can make a lot of money independently. Yeah. But what the labels bring to the table is they bring resources. And resources are probably the single-handedly like most important thing that you need. Like if you want editorial playlists on Spotify, you want to be on that big Spotify playlist, a label will get you that like nothing. Right. You don't even have to be a poppin' rapper or artist in general. You just have to have the label in it.
Are there people from your life that are like, fuck, like they looked at you and wrote you off and now you're like kind of, are there people like, Jesus Christ? Are there kids that their parents were like, don't hang out with Xan?
And now,
even that had, right?
Yeah,
and even still that. Probably some of them.
They're still like, I was going to say,
parents are like,
I was going to say,
we mean it.
It's definitely people that wrote me off pretty early on. And, but you know, once you get a little bit of fame, a little bit of money, it's like they all come back. But there's still a pretty good amount of them that are still like, oh, fuck this kid.
Right,
you know what
right.
I mean? Because like if you come from like a small town like I did, you don't want to see nobody do well. You know, it's kind of fucked up, but it's like, I don't know, people hate on like that type of success.
Yeah, I mean, I think you did it too in a way that like, you know, a lot of people are probably like you dropped out of school, you started doing music. Like that's a story of a lot of people. A lot of people don't succeed like that.
Yeah, if you don't want to go the more conventional route, as long as you know, chase what you want, like maybe a dream, or you know, like Steve Jobs, he dropped out. I think Bill Gates dropped out too, right? Yeah.
I think of you, Steve Jobs, and Bill Gates in the same
thing,
sentence.
right?
Usually. I usually group you guys together
Bill Gates,
as
Steve
three
Jobs,
people that
Lil
took
Xan.
an alternative route. When did you start going wild with the tats?
Oh, 18, I got my mom's name Candy tatted on my
amazing.
And there was no type of success.
Because now they're pretty common, the face tattoos, but back then, there was nobody.
Back then, it was just a very select amount of people that were making SoundCloud rap. You know, Lil Peep, XXX, me, and it wasn't like trendy yet. But I saw it and I was like, oh, it looks cool. I thought it looked cool.
It looks cool, yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, what can I get that my parents aren't gonna freak out? I'll just get my mom's name.
Oh, yeah. So that was the first one.
Yeah, it was Candy. And people, they thought I got it because like eye candy. And I was like, no, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's kind of good though.
Yeah, but I got it so she wouldn't be that mad. She was still really fucking pissed.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, I guarantee she was still very angry.
Yeah, she was still pissed. And she's like, well, now you have to do something crazy.
It almost put you in that box where you had to fucking pop some other way.
Do something at
It's hard to walk into a job interview with candy on your cheek.
Yeah, they're gonna be like,
and have a guy go, yeah, let's get him involved.
Yeah, he should be the regional manager.
Yeah, he should be the regional manager.
No.
Is it wild now when you look back at that kid who wanted to be a photographer and you're like that kid just had no idea what was about to happen?
No fucking idea what was about to happen. Because like I said, I did music because I thought it was cool. All my friends did music. And then when it actually started working out, I was like, oh, man, this is crazy. Like, this actually happens. Like, nobody talks about that. Like, this actually can happen. You know, people always think about dreams and stuff, and it's just so far-fetched. It's a dream. Yeah. You know,
but for many people, it is far-fetched. I mean, you're talented. I mean, you forget there's a lot of people. And I appreciate how inspirational you are.
Oh, thank you, man.
That's not what I do. But I tell everyone, take that dream and because I know a lot of people who are just, they're literal dreams where they're waking up and not asking me for money or asking, their parents. But you have a fucking talent. You're good. You work. You write shit. I mean, that's a different story.
It just becomes, it is work now. But it just becomes easier and easier as you get. I guess you're getting better at it.
Right.
But I never think about it like that.
Are there people you don't keep in your life now because you're like, these are people who are not, good for me. They're not good, in terms of drugs or in terms of partying. Like,
oh, definitely.
Are there a lot of hangers on and stuff?
Oh, when it first started off, it was crazy. Everybody wanted to come back in my life, or even family. Like a lot of family members, like outer family members, like not my mom or dad.
Right. And outside.
Yeah, like all the Christmas parties.
I keep them away with a stick.
Right?
My family.
All the people I used to go to Christmas parties with, they're like, oh, yo, Diego, come over. And I'm like, man, I was the black sheep of the family.
Right.
Even like before everything. So I was like, oh, you guys are fucking assholes.
Right. Yeah.
Like now that, because I came up like really poor and stuff. So it was like,
so that's what I wanted to ask you about too. You grew up in Redlands, California, which is like is it's not Riverside. What county?
It's like right next to Riverside, right next to San Bernardino.
And you grew up. You were poor. You didn't have a lot.
Growing up, I was all right. But then we hit a time, you know. When
we hit a time.
Shit just hit the fucking.
Everybody's
fan.
hitting a time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was that like?
I was horrible. I was. My grandma had just passed, and she was like 99, so she was fucking old. And then we were relying on.
That's great. That 99. That's like a Mexican legend,
right?
99 is
crazy. She
wild.
was trying to hit 100, but
the movie Coco is about her,
right?
What is the
but we were. What's that thing when you caretaker checks?
Yeah.
We were relying on that to pay the rent, and when she passed away, unfortunately, we couldn't get those checks anymore. Yeah, rest in peace, Grandma. I love you. And then we were living in motels. Like that, it got that bad, like Super 8s and stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
Going back, and it's
in Cali still.
Yeah, in Cali, like _KIPA right above, and that shit.
How old were you at that point?
I probably had just turned like 18, around 19.
So you're living in like in a 1-bedroom with your.
It was so in cockroach infested. It was terrible, and that shit can get pretty expensive too.
Of course,
you pay weekly.
It's expensive to be poor in America. A lot of people don't realize that. Yeah. It's a lot of money, man, to not have credit or to not have a lot of money, and then you're in and out of these hotels, and it's fucking
it got
brutal.
really bad. But one thing
Do you have brothers or sisters, or just you?
Oh, just me. No, not just me. I have a half sister and a half brother.
Okay.
I see my sister occasionally, but my brother is actually in prison.
Oh wow.
For attempted murder.
Okay.
Yeah, but he gets out next year. Crazy.
Hey, he can try it again, and hopefully this time
he gets it done. That's what I told him. I was like, hey, you can try it again.
Listen, you can attempt it. You get right out.
You don't get it right the first time.
You get right back on the horse. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Now,
no, you did.
Was he just mixed up in some bad stuff? Or?
Oh yeah, he's a great person. Just makes drugs and I'd like to believe he's changed now. So
yeah,
but that you never know when you get out.
Was he in jail when you were blown up?
Yeah. Oh my God. So
that's amazing. Watching your little brother become a fucking star.
Yeah. He probably pissed him off too, because he's like in there and he's like, oh fuck, I want to be out there.
Do you visit him?
I haven't. He's so far away. I haven't seen him in a long time. But
next year.
Yeah. When he gets out, I got a good situation for him.
Yeah. Sheath underwear. I wear it all the time. I wear it in the pool. This is an underwear that functions as a bathing suit. It is perfect. I love it. We all wear it. Ben wears it. Dan wears it. Everybody I know wears it. I put it on for both of them in the morning. It's part of the job. It's part of the job description. No one's upset about it. Hollywood's a fun place. Sheath underwear. It has a little pouch. You tuck your cock and the balls in the pouch. Do you use the pouch?
Yeah.
Sometimes I do. No. Ben's got a bigger dick than everyone else, so he gets to use the pouch. Sometimes I will use the pouch, and sometimes I won't. Sometimes it's nice to tuck it in the pouch. Gives you a little bit of can give you a halfie when you're walking around if you're trying to show off for the ladies or gentlemen or dog. You fuck dogs? You like dog? Buy it. The balls don't get stuck to your leg. The dick goes in the pouch. Everybody's happy. Use promo code Tim, save 20%. This is your come to Jesus moment. Do you believe in the Lord or not? Do you believe in miracles? If so, the holy grail of underwear is upon us. Sheath is underwear worn by comedians and UFC fighters. True warriors on the front line. Sheath, baby. I'm telling you, these guys are a small business. They love comedy. They support a lot of big podcasts. They support a lot of people that like to go out and have a lot of fun and make the world a funnier place for people. And they don't never yell at me about my ads, I think.
No. They're fans of the show.
They're fans of the show. They're fans of the ads. If you're going to support somebody, it's killer fucking underwear, dude. It's really, really good. It's really, really, really good. They're great gifts for Christmas stocking. You'll be the hero for giving Sheath. And they're durable. You could wear them in the pool. You could wear them around the house. I mean, it's just really a good idea. You can even, to be honest with you, if you're in an area where there's not a lot of people, you can kind of wear them jogging. Like they're kind of like bicycle short. They're totally weirdly versatile. If you're that person, you can kind of just wear them. They look like the band. They kind of look like shorts. If you get the black sheath with the red band, they kind of look like shorts. Yeah. What are the cops going to stop you? Say, do you not have pants on? I don't know. I'm not saying to go out in underwear. I don't want to do that. But listen, they're great underwear if you want to have sex with a woman or a man or a dog. If you want to have sex with a dog. Do you understand? You know who I'm talking to out there. You dog fuckers. What? It's comedy, folks. Can everyone lighten up? Just because you're selling a product doesn't mean it shouldn't be fun. It's great underwear, and people that have sex with animals should also be allowed to wear it.
It's true.
Correct?
Correct.
Yes or yes? It is the best underwear. I love it. I want more of it. Send me more of it, Sheath. I'm here in the Palm Springs heat, which is hotter than the devil's balls. Having a cooling underwear with an amplify size ergonomic pouch that keeps your boys off your legs is priceless. This is a great way to start a conversation with a woman you're going to date with. Go, my balls used to stick to my leg. Now I have sheath underwear. Can I fuck your dog? How many dates would we have to go on before we could involve your dog?
God damn it. God damn it.
You ever? Let me ask you. Let's pretend you're on a date, right?
Okay. Yeah.
How are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, the salad was okay. I mean, I wish the entree had come out already, but
what'd you get?
I got the lamb. I heard it's good here. I've never been here before though.
What kind of dog do you have?
God damn it. I have a golden doodle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do you have a dog?
I've had many dogs. And my question to you is this. How many dates before we could go back to your house and fuck your dog? And then you go, I'm wearing sheath. And then she laughs. She goes, oh. And everyone gets the joke. Unless she wants to fuck the dog. That's your way out. Is there a promo code? What are we doing here?
Use promo code Tim and save 20%.
Promo code Tim. This is the last ad I'm doing for these people, probably. I'm kidding. I love them. Promo code Tim and save 20%. The guy who runs his company said I was a comic genius today. So what? I mean, how can he be mad?
I like this guy.
This guy's great.
Yeah. Great
gifts for Christmas stocking. And you will be the hero for giving Sheath. Sheath dot what?
It's promo code Tim and save 20%.
Promo code Tim, you save 20%. I'm kidding about the sex with the dog.
Anywhere.com.
Stop canceling the ads to the show, please.
Yeah, it's sheathunderwear.com.
Look at that underwear. Look how good it is.
It's great. It's great, folks.
Get the underwear, please. I'm going to wake up to so many calls tomorrow. I'm kidding. Some sicko, so I'm just jerking off the thought of it. He's like, finally, a podcast that recognizes who I am. No. All right. Magic Spot. That's going to be, you know how we have Ridge? Well, yum. That's magic. The Magic Spoons one is going to be Magic Spot. When I was a kid, you know this story. This is a famous story from my life.
Yes.
When I was a kid, I went to my friend's house and he had Lucky Charms. And I was so jealous because even though my family was not healthy, they refused to buy me Lucky Charms. Now, my friend's parents were drunks at the local bar who would beat him and each other. And he had a horrible life. It was very, very, very hard. It was a dirty house, filthy. It smelled like cats, smelled like piss. And he'd get knocked around pretty seriously by them. You know, I'm talking close fist. And as I get older, I blame them less because he was a little mouthy. You know what I mean? Yeah. He was a little mouthy. And I'm not saying he was always in the wrong, but knowing him more and more made me feel less bad for him. I mean, they would just stomp him out. Just stomp him out. Sometimes we'd knock on the door, go, Ken, beep, play. And they'd be like, hold on. And then you just hear, ah! But were they parents of the year? No. But that is a weird thing. Like the kid on the block that gets abused, but you agree with the parents. You know what I mean? And you picture the kid getting beaten and you cheer for.
Yeah.
You know, the kid that's just such a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. You're like, yeah, I hope. You hear just, ah! And you're like, yeah, I got him. But he had Lucky Charms. Mm. And I remember tasting those. Nothing tastes better than a bowl full of Lucky Charms in a house that smells like cat piss with your friend who has a bloody nose because he ran his mouth. You see? I've been trying to recapture that feeling since I was a young man. I've been trying to figure out how can I get back the smell of piss and blood? How? The smell of dirty cat dander, which is really just the urine that in the fur and the dander and the allergies. The filthy clothes. It always smelled like engine oil or it's grotesque. It's dark. Think of the dad from Forrest Gump who used to rape Jenny. Think of him and think of, I don't know, a bad mother. Leathery, dirty, smelly, violent people who beat the living shit out of their son when they were drunk. But great sugary cereal. He would show up to school bloodied and battered with a full tummy of Lucky Charms. I've been trying to recreate that. Someone came up to me and said, have you tried Magic Spoon? I say maggot spoon. Somebody came up to me and said, have you tried Magic Spoon? I said, well, you shut the fuck up. They said, you got to do it. It's a cereal that fits in with the keto plan. It has 0 sugar, 11 grams of protein, and only 3 net grams of carbs in each serving. There are 4 flavors, cocoa, fruity, frosted, and blueberry. It tastes amazing. Honestly, too good to be true. It is keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free. I mean, when one of their hands would start hurting, the other one would just start wailing them. It was that kind of house. One of them would take a break, crack a brew, and then the other one, when he would go to get up, it would just. So Magic Spoon is great cereal, and it helps our show. And if you buy it, it helps you. And you could give it to your kids. You don't have to beat them. You could just give them Magic Spoon. You go to magicspoon.com/TimDillon, magicspoon.com/TimDillon for free shipping. We love them. We appreciate that they support this podcast because we were all kids and we all want those sugary cereals.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you're living in Yucaipa and you're in and out of these motels and stuff. Are you getting depressed? Are you getting like fucking shit? My life sucks and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, crazy because I wasn't too much depressed about the situation I was in at the time, but I was really just trying to chase my dream. I knew that somebody in the family had to do something to change the situation.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was gonna happen. So at that time I did have my camera and I was going out to shows. That's how I met all these guys. I've known them for the whole majority of my career. And I was just taking pictures. I was like a super fan, of these guys. And they just gave me the opportunity to fly one day out to Austin, Texas. And that's where I got the name Lil Xan. And it worked out. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And now you look, back on that stuff, and it's like maybe that in a crazy way was good.
Oh, I've thought about that too. Like maybe all that bad shit that happened was for the better, and it was for the better because if I was born fucking rich,
right,
with rich parents,
right,
maybe I wouldn't have tried so hard to do something.
Yeah,
I know.
Maybe you just wouldn't have been able to make the music that resonates with people.
Yeah,
you took about a lot of pain in your music. What kind of rap would you say you do? There's a bunch of names for it.
There's so many names. I don't really like to label it, but people probably call it like cloud rap, mumble rap, just the whole like little SoundCloud kind of era.
SoundCloud kind of era.
Yeah.
But you talk about a lot of pain, addiction.
Oh, emo, yeah.
Shit like that. Emo. Sad.
Yeah,
it's
like sad rap. Sad rap, emo rap. That's definitely what a lot of us fall into.
I love that. We use that song Slingshot.
Oh, you were telling me, yeah.
We use that. Pull up that video where at the end of the video we use that Slingshot. Slingshot was the song that we always used. And you never sued us. We appreciate that. We love that. So I listen to that song before I go on stage a lot.
Yeah, it's a good pump up.
To pump up. The other one, Betrayed, afterwards I kill myself. But the Slingshot one gets me.
Yeah, that one's a little depressing.
Betrayed, I started listening to it. I'm like, yeah, I've been fucked over by a lot of people. You know, I'm like, a lot of people owe me things. But Slingshot, where did you do that video, by the way? That's cool.
Forest Falls. It's like like an hour. It's on the way here. It's like
but
a little waterfall.
At the end, just pull up that like to end the last few seconds of this video. But we used to, and then when I would do tour date announcements, we would do this fucking.
It looks good.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like,
I love that.
We love that video. Yeah. We love that. It's my ass crack and then that song. We loved it. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's like, what do you like? What do you think of LA and Hollywood? Do you love it? Are you like, cause it's crazy. Are you a guy that goes out to these places like, whether it's Boa Steakhouse or any of these guys, Saddle Ranch? Are you one of these dudes, like, cause you would get, when you walk in, everybody turns their head, everybody knows who you are. When I walk in, it's the same thing. People often are like, oh, Amy Schumer's here. and I appreciate that. What do you think about like the LA scene?
Like trendy spots,
the trendy
like that.
shit. Like, are you into that shit? Is it fun to you, or are you like, it's fucking annoying?
I mean, I love going to good restaurants and having like good food.
Your boy Diablo goes to Boa all the time.
He goes to Saddle too.
I see him all the time. He fucking loves steak or whatever. He's there all the time.
I wouldn't say I'm super into the trendiness of like.
Do you eat food? Are you like an eater?
Yeah. Oh, this year, especially during the pandemic, that's all I do. That's how I discovered Saddle and stuff.
Because you like Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell.
Yeah, and Del Taco.
Now, interesting now.
Yeah.
This is the way I think of both of them. I think Del Taco might have actually better food, but I think Taco Bell
might have better food?
No, I think Del Taco has better food.
Oh, Del Taco does have better food.
Yeah, but I think Taco Bell has more transcendent moments. And they're just better at like branding, and it's just those iconic kind of flavors.
But you could tell that they're better at branding. It's definitely a bigger chain than.
Yeah, you had an incident at Taco Bell. Do you remember what happened?
What happened at Taco Bell?
Didn't you throw it? You had like a fit or something? I've had many. By the way, I've had many. I'm just not
no, I probably did. I'm not.
I've had many incidents that if I had near your level of notoriety, I at your age, I would be in jail. But
the food court.
What happened at the food court? Do you remember?
Okay, I was with this girl. She was beautiful.
And of course, so you're taking her to the nice place.
I taken her to a food court. Where else you take a beautiful girl to?
Of course, 100%.
And that's a crazy story. Some dude who worked at the food court, like at a Wetzel press, I don't even know. He's all dressed up in his uniform, and he comes up, and at this time everybody's trying to take a picture at the mall. He's like, yo, can I take a picture? And I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with that. And he's like, no, not of you. I want a picture with your girl.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And it's
ridiculous.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it took me a minute to. I was like, no, get the fuck out of here. Go back. He's literally in like a little Wetzel pretzel, like little apron. And then I couldn't let.
Is that him? Is that the Wetzel? Oh, I see.
Yo, I couldn't let him go out like that. I couldn't let myself go out like that.
Yeah.
So he went back to his little stand after a little altercation. I had a slushie in my hand.
Right.
So, and I've done this many times in life. I don't know why. I always have a slushie in my hand. And so I walked over there and just chucked it at him, hit him perfectly, and then he jumped up on the table. And at that time, my security is like already blocking everything. I thought it was funny. But yeah, but who does that though?
It's fucked up to do.
Like props to him.
You're taking a girl out on a date. To the food court.
To the food court. And
you expect people to be classy.
He came up to me and like 10 of my friends and like had the balls to just say that.
You roll deep. You always have an entourage.
Oh yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, there's people, as you can see on the internet, that
I just have Ben. I would take Ben. I would take a guy who's better looking than me everywhere.
That's all you need right there.
And then he gets in first, and then I'm screaming, and
the back of the line.
I let in through a service entrance.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, but that's crazy. But you get. And what happened with the hot Cheetos? Because
that was, people always ask me if that was real or fake, and that was as real as it gets.
I think I made a joke. I think I was on stage at the Comedy Store hospital one night. And I was like, Lil Xan said he went to the hospital with some hot Cheetos.
Yeah, what happened was I ate a couple bags, and I've looked this up. This happens. This happens.
This can happen.
I ate a couple bags and I started puking, and there was a little bit of blood in there. And I was like, well, maybe that's just the hot Cheetos. No, blood looks like a certain way.
Yeah.
And I freaked out a little bit, went to the hospital, no big deal. They're like, just stop eating fucking Cheetos.
It's just because of your background. People are probably skeptical.
Yeah.
It's like when I say I'm on the keto diet and I go to Dairy Queen and I say, I thought they were giving COVID tests there, and I just end up with a blizzard by mistake.
Yeah.
It feels like when you say hot Cheetos, a lot of people think.
Yeah, and just all the media outlets picked it up and thought it was, I don't even know if I said overdose in the video, but there's like, he overdosed on some hot Cheetos. And I was like, fuck it, just run with it.
They just roll it. Do you hate them? Do you hate the media? Are you like,
oh, no,
fuck these people?
There's certain outlets that
this is how they make their money, right?
Yeah, there's certain outlets. I can't hate on anybody just doing what they do to make money. You know, I like TMZ and I like a lot of the media outlets, some more favorable than others, but you know.
Have you ever had people reach out to you that really like your music that you would be shocked or surprised? Like, is there anybody?
Oh, so many people. Yeah. I think it's always shocking.
Right.
Yeah. Who would you say?
Well, you probably have a certain demo of fan, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you were like, oh, I think you're funny. I was like, that's really awesome and very surprising.
Yeah.
But that was great. Not super surprising.
I don't think it's that surprising.
It's not that surprising. But do you ever have somebody come up to you, like just a 75-year-old woman? He's like, Lil Xan.
There's always old.
I love you.
Yo, it's always old women. Yeah,
old women.
Everywhere I go, it's like it's fucking weird. I'll have meet and greets, and maybe it's just like the moms of daughters or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're always it blows my mind because they'll travel like 14 hours in a car to come see me like at a spot. Like in Vegas, we had that happen. I was like, oh, you guys, I love it. I love it. It's just it blows my mind. And then the band Korn, right? Yeah, Korn invited us, me and my friend, out to a show, and I was like surprised. It's dope. Korn is fucking dope. But and Marilyn Manson was there. It's
crazy.
It was crazy.
Because you do kind of straddle that thing where it's like it's kind of like rap, but you're also like
in the alternative.
Like, alternative people would like you, and rockers would like you, and stuff like that.
Which is so cool because I grew up on Marilyn Manson and Korn, so it's just that's what blows my mind away. It's like, wow, like this is.
Or do you think Hollywood's a lot of fake friends, a lot of people that are bullshit?
I think Hollywood's a lot of fake people in general.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't escape that. There's real people everywhere, but more or less, Hollywood's got.
What do you think about the country right now? The election and all the craziness going on. Are you worried? Are you scared of COVID? Are you?
I think I was really scared of COVID when we didn't know. Don't get me wrong. It's horrible. You know, it's a horrible. It is a scary fucking thing. But I was more scared when it was like unknown. You know what I mean? When people. When it was just like a little virus coming out of Wuhan and people didn't know. It's fucking scary. I don't know anybody personally that's passed away, but I know a lot of people that do know people that have passed away.
Yeah.
And, I try to be safe around like my family. My mom's old. My mom's like 62. So I always wear a mask when I go over there and try to social distance. But I think the country, this is a horrible year. It's a tough year, man. It's a weird year. It's one for the history books. Like,
yeah, it certainly is. What do you think is who do you think will win the election? You know?
Oh man, I think it's a crazy election. That's always a hard topic. I
don't think your fans are huge Trump people.
I'm not a big Trump.
Sounds like I got to be very careful. There's a lot of Orange County boat guys that love what I do.
I would say I grew up.
I don't want to offend them.
I grew up very blue. Of
course.
I would say I'm more like independent. I like to just think of just whatever I.
Yeah, that's what I consider myself.
Like independent.
I'm independent. I'm all over the place. I think Trump winning again would be no good. Because I think it'd be bad just because. We need something's got to change. Yeah, we're just headed towards a fucking cliff.
Destruction. We're heading towards
we're heading towards destruction. I just don't know what else. I mean, it's just. But I mean, he might win again. If he wins again, it is what it is. I wake up, do what I do. I don't care.
It's a crazy time, and especially this election. They said is gonna be like the craziest election that we've ever had too.
It's just nobody knows. Are you a conspiracy dude at all? You friends get into conspiracies?
When it's like good conspiracies, not like some fucking weird fart out there. But like. Good conspiracies. I love.
There's a lot of rap dudes, independent rap dudes, that love the conspiracies.
Yeah,
a lot of
what's your favorite conspiracy?
So one of my favorites currently is that JFK Jr., who's John F. Kennedy's son. They said is not dead. that he's been kept alive and he's going to replace Mike Pence as Donald Trump Jr.'s Donald Trump's running mate. That's one of my favorites. Yeah,
this is what I'm talking about.
JFK Jr.'s come back on the 4th of July. That shit. That's just fun. I like that. And then he's going to come back, Princess Diana, and a bunch of. I like when people come back. That's a fun one.
It's a good fucking conspiracy.
They come back from
We were just talking about the Princess Diana one. That's a. I believe that she was killed. You know?
I believe she was probably killed too.
She was definitely killed. We were just
probably
talking about
killed too. She's dating this guy Dodi Al-Fayed. She's going to marry him. Maybe the royal family didn't like that. Very strange stuff like that.
And then like the Epstein.
Epstein. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
What do you think? Have you ever been around people in Hollywood where you're like, that they're shady, I don't want to be around them?
All the time. All the time. Like people want something. If you can benefit somebody else, they want it. You know what I mean? Like it, and unfortunately I can benefit a lot of people in some way. So that you just got it's about like finding who's real and who's not, but it's a weird blurred line right there.
Do you look at young artists and go, I want to help that person? I think that person's great.
Of course. If I like the music, or even if I just like them as a person and I can help them, develop their sound more. Yeah, I'm into that.
That's great. Do you take them on the road, or how do you do it? Do you
we've taken people on tours. Like shout out this girl artist named Femme. Super cool. We took her on tour. She's killing it now. On her own. Who else are we like taking? We've taken like Steve, my homie Steve. But it's just crazy because like we've been around like other successful people before they were successful.
Right, like who?
Like Lil Mosey. Shout out to Lil Mosey. He's killing it right now, doing so good. I think we might have been one of the first people to like.
How many? And it's a serious question. How many Lils are there? There's like a lot of. It's like a huge thing now. Is the Lil Mosey?
Yeah, I think it's always been. It's always been a thing. It's probably bigger now than it ever.
And that was a dude that you knew back before he was.
Yeah, this was like Seattle. Seattle, like like 3 years ago, and now he's just killing it. And I'm not saying we did anything, for his like success. I'm just saying we've just been around. Like I was around XXXTentacion. I stayed at Airbnb. I picked him up from the airport way back in the day, and it was just so cool.
Another insanely talented dude.
Oh man, yeah, so fucking talented. Him and Ski Mask, and it just. I think there's something about. I think all artists, like if you surround yourself, what's what I'm trying to like I was around XXX when they were just blowing up, and I wasn't shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think that rubs off on people a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You gotta be around people that are doing what you want to do.
If you surround yourself with like successful, talented, good people, I think that's where everybody comes from. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was lucky enough to surround myself.
What separates those dudes? There's a lot of guys that get into that, try to do it. What separates those guys? Do you think is it work ethic? Is it just
from
raw?
From unsuccessful?
Yeah,
people?
from the people that just don't figure out a way to put it together.
There's something. This might sound crazy, but I think there's something just really divine about it. Because, again, speaking about X, there was just something insanely cool. He just gave off this energy that I've never even felt like before. Same with like Juice WRLD. Like when I was around Juice WRLD a couple times, it just gave off this great divine energy that you know they're gonna be superstars and just kill it. And I feel like it sucks that their lives, were taken so early. Yeah. But there's just something so divine about them as people.
So Lil Peep and all those guys, Mac Miller too.
Mac, yeah.
And did you know Mac well?
I would say we're friends, maybe more acquaintances friends, but we had hung out a few times.
Yeah.
Like public settings and stuff.
Right.
He was so cool, man. He's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah. Do you think that like addiction for whatever reason, like a lot of people that are addicts or have that mentality end up being great artists?
Unfortunately, I think it seems to always kind of steer that way, where I do think that drugs can provide you, and not like a specific drug, just drugs in general can provide you with like a different look on life. It could help the music, it could hurt the music, but like I said, you could find that inspiration sober. Right. I just think a lot of people sometimes get in this habit of thinking that they can't be creative without drugs or some sort of stimulant. Right. And that's where people.
Is it tough to date girls now that you're successful when you don't know who's gonna fucking who likes you for who?
I've definitely dated some women that were just in it for clout or money or whatever. But I'm with a girl right now that I love her.
Yeah,
I'm in love like I've never been in love like before. So.
Is that good for creativity?
Oh, you just make a bunch of love songs.
Just make a bunch of love songs.
But you know what else is good for creativity is going through a heartbreak.
Getting left.
Yeah,
having
the love of your life. Yeah, the cops come. Having the love of your life.
Have a real, like that real love.
Yeah.
Like OJ and Nicole Simpson had.
So,
like that kind of real LA love. That
glove
really,
love. Glove love.
Just, really results in something,
Yeah.
Are you like, what's the next step? What are you trying to do next? Do you ever see yourself as like, you're a funny guy, you're on social media a lot. Yeah. Do you ever see yourself getting into other shit? You're like, I love music, but
dabbling in
I want to do, would you ever do a TV show? Would you ever do more content on YouTube? Would you ever do anything like that?
That's the future of Xanarchy, my brand.
Yeah.
I want to take this. I just want to brand it everywhere.
By the way, Xan has acquired this show. Xanarchy has just bought the Tim Dillon Show. Very cheap. It was a pack of cigarettes. He bought it.
It was very cheap,
and I signed. It was very cheap, and now that's our brand.
Yeah, I would love to do like something like this, like a podcast. Like obviously, podcasts are the new like cool thing and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've always thought they were just you could learn more about the person.
Yeah.
That's what I really fuck with, is I want more people to think of me in like a less ignorant kind of way. Because I know a lot of people look at me and they instantly just write me off because they're like, oh, he's stupid. Look at him. Like,
well, I think a lot of people are like, he's just wild.
Yeah.
Like they see you and they hear some of the stories and they're like, he's just like
the media definitely doesn't help that.
The media doesn't help it, and they're just like, you're a whirling dervish.
Yeah, they're like, this guy's off his shit.
Yeah.
And I don't disagree because
you're also growing up.
Yeah.
You're fucking, what, 24?
24. I just turned 24.
Dude, you're a young fucking kid still.
And
I mean, now you're growing up.
And drugs, though. The reason I had all these wild incidents, I can almost guarantee you 80% of it is because I was fucking high off my mind off Xanax. And let me tell you, Xanax is a hell of a fucking drug.
What is? I never got into it. I was coke. I love smoking weed. I love drinking. I like Percocet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a little classy. Polo shirt. Thank you. Xanny bars were like, I don't know. People were getting into it.
They became trendy recently.
They become trendy recently. I sobered up about 10 years ago. I loved a Percocet. I took an 80 milligram oxy once.
Oh, fuck.
And not once, but 70 or 80 times. But I remember me and my friend were laying. He was on a couch. I was on a couch. He was like staring at each other. We're just scratching. It was too much for me.
Oh,
it was too much.
It can be overwhelming. Same with the Xan.
So what is the Xanny bars? What do? They just, because I know they're anti-anxiety, they numb you out?
They give you like the craziest
euphoria?
This sense of false confidence.
Interesting.
False confidence. Like, it will make you think that you are like the shit if you are. And a lot of these rappers, I don't know what the Xanax scene is like in rap, but I know when I first came on the scene, I was Lil Xan because it was fucking everywhere.
Right.
And it just gave you this crazy sense of like, you're invincible, you could do this, you could do that. And that can work in your favor sometimes, but people would just start thinking you're fucking obnoxious all the time. Like, I can't tell you how many people I've been around, like, oh, God.
And what about, there's all kinds of other shit now. There's like lean and there's all kinds of like homemade concoction. Yeah, what is that for people that don't know what that is?
Lean is a cough syrup. Different brands have different types, like Walk Hard and Activist is discontinued. But Lean's been around for a minute. And it just falls into the rap drug category. If there's like a rap starter pack, it'd be like Percocet, Xans, Lean, cocaine,
face tattoo, like
face tattoos,
stick on face tattoo, just to get started.
Skinny jeans, ripped jeans,
to get started. When you said the thing about Tupac, would you think that was the most? Were you mischaracterized? Was that the most mischaracterized thing?
Oh, that was definitely the most.
Started like a huge thing where you were just like,
I didn't realize what it would be, and I was again high off my mind. I was sleepy. I was pissed. I didn't want to be there. I was really mad at the interviewer before anything. I just didn't want to be there. So I was kind of in like a fucking shitty mood.
Yeah.
I don't dislike Tupac in any way.
Of course. You said
he's a fucking legend.
Right. And you said it was like boring or something quick and you were kind of like.
It was like I was trying to write off every question so quick because it was just like I didn't want to be there. If you watch that interview, you can see me. I'm just in the chair like. Rocking back. I'm like, I don't want to be there. Didn't think anything of it. Nobody thought anything of it. But yeah, I think that was.
Have you ever had beefs with bigger rappers, and are they squashed? Which is, I believe, the terminology. You Google that, right? It's squashed. Thank you.
I don't have anything against anybody, and I know that's crazy for probably people to hear because I've been involved in a lot of stuff. Like I remember when the Tupac stuff, T.I. was on Twitter talking. you know, shit, and Waka Flocka was trying to ban me from hip hop, and I was like, I get where they're coming from.
But you're a kid. You're a young kid.
Yeah, I was.
But you understand this. That guy's a, you know, is a god, and
yeah,
he
is a god.
Crazy thing, but you didn't mean it.
I did not mean that, but it was a catalyst for hate, and a lot of people, you know, tried to just like blackball me and do this, and it's just wild because as in like the most adult I've probably ever been in my life at this point, sober, I have nothing against anybody.
Right.
You know, and I see where they were coming from.
Right.
I was a little ignorant kid saying some stupid shit. So, but I just want everybody to know I'm cool with everybody.
No days wasted. Dhm Detox. Okay? I'll tell you right now, folks, I'm very excited about this new product. It is the vitamin for people who like to enjoy their drinks, and my audience likes to have a cocktail, let's be honest. Tens of thousands of people are using Dhm Detox as their drinking buddy. Enjoy your drinks and forget hangovers, feeling like garbage. Their company is built on the words, no days wasted. You know, when I was a young guy, I used to be able to drink all night, wake up and be a lifeguard. It's true. I was a lifeguard. I didn't save anyone. One time a kid actually, the owner of the thing came over to us and he's like, they're saying the mother saved them because you two were out of it. And I'm like, whatever. That's a better system anyway. Strong families helping each other. But I was a pool lifeguard. I didn't really get in the, you know, I didn't have to save anyone. But I always felt sharp. But as you get older, it's harder to feel sharp after you've had a night out on the town. And you need something. You don't want to use pharmaceuticals. You don't want to use things that aren't natural. Dhm Detox is made up of natural ingredients, antioxidants, and vitamins. It takes 2 capsules after your first couple of drinks, and it goes to work. Just take 2 after the first couple of drinks. They come in convenient packets that are easy to share with friends and family while you're celebrating or socializing. Dhm Detox is a risk-free purchase, so if you aren't satisfied after taking the product, they'll give you your money back. It's a no-brainer. Give it a shot. These really work. A lot of my friends are using them. My friends love to party, but they got to be up early to do their jobs. You get 20% off your first order and free shipping in the U.S. Just head over to nodayswasted.co. nodayswasted.co/Tim. Promo code Tim at checkout. nodayswasted.co/Tim. Promo code Tim at checkout. This is a great way to ensure that you're not going to have a hangover. You take 2 of them, you go out to dinner, you have a couple of drinks, you go dancing, you wake up, you are as productive as ever, and you feel great. And they do it all naturally. It helps break down all the toxins in your body, and it helps boost your body's natural response to alcohol. So it breaks it down quicker, and you're ready to go the next day. I'm telling you, this is a great idea to take. nodayswasted.co/TIM. Keeps. Guys, people are getting blotchy. People are losing their hair. My opener's losing it a little bit. Not that much. He's still, fuck him, please. He's great. But the reality is, so much of your identity is wrapped up in your hair, from how it feels after getting a fresh cut to the way it's perfectly styled before going out. Did you know 2 out of 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35? The best way to prevent hair loss is to do something about it while you still have hair left. Get treated from home. You used to have to go to the doctor's office for your hair loss prescription. Now, thanks to Keeps, you can visit a doctor online and get hair loss medication delivered right to your home. Here's the reality. Keeps is giving generic versions of the only 2 FDA-approved hair loss products out there. Keeps is the thing. It helps you keep your hair. It prevents you from losing your hair, okay? It takes 4 to 6 months to see results, so if you act fast and start now, you're going to stop losing your hair. It is important. It is cheaper. It is way cheaper than doing the FDA approved hair loss products out there. This is the same ingredients. They work perfectly. This has all the great reviews, has more 5-star reviews on Amazon than any of its competitors. There's over 100,000 men trust Keeps. This is a great product. If you're even losing your hair a little bit, or you're whatever, you're gonna love Keeps. You're gonna need Keeps. I'm telling you right now. You know, Keeps.com/TimDillon. Keeps.com/TimDillon. It is KEEPS.com. Can we get this for my opener?
Yeah, we'll get it for Dan.
It's good to just do because, you know, my hair is, I mean, it's luscious. But some people, you know, they're losing their hair. Yeah. I get it. I get it. But what we have to do is we have to focus on keeping what you got. Save what you got. You don't need wigs or toupees or that fake hair or spraying bald spots or any of the horror.
No.
You know, you don't need those surgical implants and the nightmares. I'm telling you right now, the reality is just keep what you got right now. Act fast. Act fast. Keeps.com/TimDillon, KEEPS.com/TimDillon. It's a great way to support the show. And quite frankly, it is one of the best products for a male, a vital male that wants to have hair, even though testosterone kind of, I think, you go bald if you have a lot of testosterone, but whatever. The point is, women don't care. Try to explain that to a woman. It's actually because I have more testosterone. Away. Get the hair. Get the Keeps. Keep your hair. Don't get the hair. Keep your hair. Keeps.com/TimDillon. How about this? Take a picture of your head now, and in 4 months, prove to me that you got Keeps. Get the Keeps. And we'll, I don't know, we'll figure out what we do at that point for you. But I don't know what we're going to do for you. What should we do for them?
Instagram shout out, maybe?
Yeah, maybe you get that.
On the stories, not the feed.
You don't get the feed. You get the stories. How about a Facebook shout out?
Okay.
We go to the book. Maybe you don't deserve the gram. If you buy all the products, you get the gram. If you buy all the products, I'll promote your business on my Instagram. If you can prove to me you bought all of our products, I will put your business in my Instagram story. Is that allowed?
I think so. Yeah.
As long as it's not some fucking crazy.
Can't be like an illegal business.
Can't be illegal. Can't be what's her name from prison calling me, being like, I bought all of it. I got Keeps and I got Magic Spoon. And what I want you to do, I'm advertising a party that I'm having on a yacht because it got to be on boats now. We got to keep it moving. Ghislaine. Where's she, by the way? What happened to that? Keeps.com/TimDillon. Goodbye. Do you, when you, in terms of sobriety, how are you managing that? Are you going to meetings? You talking to friends and family?
Crazy, because
How long are you sober now?
I've been sober since May 22nd. May 22nd.
Wow. Okay, great.
And I didn't go to rehab. I didn't do
Was there an event where you were just like, I'm not?
The seizures. I had did we talk about that on here? And,
yeah, you said you had like 5 seizures in a day.
I had 5 seizures in one day, and I was trying to just quit everything cold turkey. And the doctors were like, you can't do that. Like, that's bad. You could die. But I just wanted to quit it cold turkey. And
my cousin Sean, excuse me. I'm talking to Lil Xan. Lose my number. I hate my family. Take this out.
That's so
Jesus Christ. My fucking family. He's opening up about seizures, and I got these idiots who want free tickets. So you have 5.
I need some free tickets.
You get all the free tickets you want.
Yes.
Dan, we're going to Tampa. Dan's requesting about 45 free tickets for everyone he knows in fucking Tampa to come to the show. So how am I going to make you buy?
All the girls and stuff.
Yeah. All this hoes.
The hoes. I was going to say.
Fuck Dan Carney, please, if you're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat.
Let's go.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, we just had like a few seizures in one day. It was crazy. Seizures fucking crazy, dude. Like, you don't even remember anything. You just
What is it? Because I've never had one, and I've seen people have it. It's one of the most disturbing things to watch.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. My girl at the time saw it, and she just cries every time. Like I talk about it, and I'm like, fuck, I must have looked crazy. It's just like you're there one minute, you kind of start hallucinating a little bit, but you don't realize you're hallucinating, and you think like you're asleep, and then you just like wake up. And you're fucking scared. You're scared.
You don't even feel it happening.
No, like you don't. You just wake up, like you just blacked out, wake up, but you're terribly scared. You just don't know, like you're having trouble breathing. Your anxiety is going crazy. I remember when I woke up from it, I was like screaming, like fucking bloody murders. I don't know what I was screaming, but and all my family's around me just looking at me like, what the hell is up with you?
So then it was like, we got to go to the hospital.
Yeah, we went to the hospital. You know, they got to run the CAT scans and stuff. Thank God I was fine, but I knew at that point that I really just had to stay sober. And
was the seizure caused by the drugs?
It was caused from Xanax withdrawal, not even Percocet, not even Percocet, just straight Xanax withdrawal.
Jesus Christ!
That's how you know that drug is wild.
So your brain needs it to function.
Yeah, your serotonin receptors, everything.
So the doctors were like, you can't cold turkey this.
Yeah, and at that point, I'd already had the seizures, and I was just they put me on anti-seize medication, so I was just like, maybe this, will prevent seizures. I could just quit. And everybody was telling me to go to rehab because I needed professional help. And I'm so like, I'm just like, I could do this. And it was hard. It was really hard. I couldn't sleep. couldn't eat. I lost a lot of weight. But a month after, I came out, you know, stronger than I've ever been. So.
Yeah, and you're you're doing good now. And this is the future. The future for you is just clean.
I just want to help other people, you know.
I think I sent you a message on Twitter. I was just like, gotta stay sober.
I
just sent a message because I was just like, this kid, talented dude, and I didn't even know you, but I was just like, this guy's. You see young people sometimes, and like I remember being an addict is like, horrible. and it's horrible. And I remember like, you know, also being somebody that wants to create shit and make shit, and like how all of those worlds fuse together in a very fucking negative way.
Oh, okay, absolutely. It's also horrible for, you know, it's not just horrible for you; it's horrible for everybody involved.
Everybody
your
around
family,
you. People
everybody
worried
around you. Your girl, mom.
Everybody.
Everybody's worried. They're just thinking, oh, one day he's not gonna wake up.
Yeah.
And that's just, you know, it's just the scariest thing ever.
Are you excited about when quarantine ends? You could kind of come out of quarantine, you start doing live shows again.
Yeah.
Do you miss that? Do you miss the adrenaline of getting on stage?
There's no better feeling than being on stage performing for, like, you know, sold out show. It's like, it's the best feeling. The adrenaline is pumping. It's just amazing that people like that you can do something where, you know, thousands of people will come out just to see you. Like, I'm so grateful for that. Yeah. It's a blessing. It's really
amazing to me because I'm going out, you know, and these people coming out in the pandemic, and it's like they're just.
I saw that shit
so
you posted.
Happy.
It was packed. It was
packed. I mean, we're selling that all over, and people are just really happy to be out, and we're just having fun because people need to laugh right now.
Yeah,
shit is so fucked up.
That's so important right now. Yeah, is the comedy store in Hollywood open yet?
It's not open yet.
Not yet.
We're hoping. We don't know. You know, I think it's just we're gonna be down for the winter. I think spring is gonna be spring. I think that's just what's going to happen. I think we're just going to head through the holidays. That's going to happen quick.
You ever think this is going to become like a new norm?
I hope not, but I do think there's a possibility of that. Yeah. I just think that people want freedom too much in the sense that they don't want real freedom, but they want to go out.
Yeah.
So I do
find any excuse to go out.
Yeah, I do think that come spring, after we've made it through maybe a second wave of this, I think people are just going to say to themselves, like, fuck it. I want to be...
They're going to get tired of it.
They're going to get tired of this shit, man.
People are already getting tired of it.
People are getting tired of this shit. People are like, fuck it. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die, but I just can't sit in my room anymore.
Because, and I also, another thing about this pandemic is like, when I was in the hospital for the seizures, it was like the beginning of it, kind of. And you can't have guests, you know what I mean? Like around. So this is a horrible time to just die.
Yeah,
you gotta die.
Horrible,
you gotta die alone in the hospital. You can't have loved ones around you. It's a horrible time to have a kid. You know,
it's crazy. My friend just had a kid. It's so hard. Nobody can be in the delivery room.
Wow, that is so crazy.
And then and if you're in a hospital dying now, you cannot see your family at all. Like, which to me sounds,
doesn't that? Yeah.
But I do understand that many people have a problem with that. It is tough, man, when you see these people FaceTime. It's fucking horrible. And that's why I do comedy, because I try to laugh at horrible shit because I don't know what else to do with it.
Yeah.
I think you try to make music, and that's how you deal with it.
Yeah.
That's how we deal with how fucked up the world is.
But yeah, the comedy, people need that right
People need that, man. I just, you know, I don't know what else to do. I look at this world and it's so fucked up, and there's so much injustice. And I think that like people should go out and, you know, make whatever change they can make, but, you know, also in your own life, like treat people well and everything, which I try to do.
Oh yeah. What's that saying? It's treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah. I like being treated poorly. So that's a horrible quote from me. I truly enjoy being treated very, like when I go to a restaurant, they treat me like shit. I'm like, yeah, I like that. I like to know where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like I went to Nobu the other day, and they were just, I didn't have a reservation. I'm like, what? You know, I was just
like, I'll wait.
Sushi in my fucking car. They were like, we have a table in 4.5 hours.
They did not. They said 4.5 hours.
It was some crazy wait time.
Oh
I was just like, just put it in a fucking box
and just send me on my way.
Of course, TikTokers, there's like 15-year-olds being showed to tables. They're like, hello.
What you said about Sour Ranch, and it's just a bunch of TikTokers eating chicken fingers.
Yeah, that's what it
funny.
is. I mean, it's silly.
It's
crazy.
LA.
I come from New York, which is a real city. And I mean, you know, with all due respect to everyone here, LA, I love LA, but LA is a little ridiculous. But I think that's what makes LA fun.
Yeah,
that's what gives LA its charm, is that it's a little wacky.
LA is very ridiculous.
It's a little wacky to see paparazzi climbing over hedges to interview a child, and then they're interviewing a child, and then the child says what a child would say. They'll be like, Addison, what's going on? And some girl will be like, I just got a car. And they're like, yeah, good for you. And I'm like, this girl's just having a normal 17-year-old experience.
Yeah.
And you're chasing them through the streets.
Oh, man.
Do you deal with a lot of paparazzi? Do you deal with people just trying to find you? And
yeah, when we go out, if they're there, they definitely come ask some questions. But I do agree, it is wild that, because I appreciate what TikTok is, you know.
Sure, yeah.
Like
TikTok, a lot of shit it's good for music,
and if you can make money off TikTok and you can get a notoriety, that's epic. I love it. I love that for you. I'm not as tapped in. I do TikTok. I don't dance on TikTok.
Right.
But I try to make...
You jump around on stage, though.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. Just translate that.
Yeah.
But I like... I'm not really tapped in too much. I'm trying to get more tapped into the TikTok community. We make TikToks, but they're just funny. They're funny. You know what I mean? They're random funny. They're not like the dances. But I'm not that tapped in. So when they ask, like in the paparazzi, like Hollywood Fix or something, I always watch those videos and it's like they're asking some crazy, what's happening in the TikTok world of beef, drama, and I'm getting older.
You're getting older.
Yeah, like that's
getting older.
Because it's definitely a young person.
It's
like
a
really,
person's
really
game.
young. Like
and it's also, you're somebody who you're actually creating a thing. So a lot of people on TikTok it's a very transient style of fame where a lot of those guys, the smart ones, are now doing finance advice podcasts, like Bryce Hall and these guys, and they're like smart. They're like smart guys because they realize they're like, okay, I'm not gonna dance forever, but I'm gonna become like an angel investor and try to.
It's evolving.
I mean, they're evolving into like that thing, but those guys aren't artists. You know what I mean? That's a different thing, I think. I don't think they would say they're artists. I don't think I don't think somebody with their shirt off on TikTok that's just dancing would say, I'm making art. Those videos make me
so uncomfortable. The little TikTok e-boys.
That's not art. That's not making a song. That's not writing a book.
It's crazy.
I mean, it can't be art. If that's art, we're in trouble. I don't hate it. I'm like, good, make your money.
Yeah, make your money.
But what those people do, what Mac Miller did, that's very different thing. Very different. And I think they know that. The smart TikTokers know that, which is why they're like, here's an energy drink. Like they get.
Oh, like the Bang energies.
Yeah, they get it. I think.
Yeah, they all have investment. And believe me, I love TikTokers. I'm not on here. I love TikTok.
Me too.
I gotta make that clear. You know what I mean? And I respect it. It's just different. Like you said, the energy drinks. I always see the Bang energy.
Well, it's just it's branding and marketing. It's smart.
They all this is what I'm saying. They all have investors. Right. Like that's crazy. That's the craziest shit to me.
But you didn't get famous for being famous. You got famous because you were a musician. You're a rapper. Yeah. And you made music.
Yeah.
And you were in that scene.
But I think that's how it started off. But I think what happened was the Lil Xan persona became
huge,
just its own thing.
Online,
like, you know, like I love making music, and I have a lot of fans that love me for my music. But I feel like a lot of people just joined in, and it was just like I just want to see what the fuck Lil Xan does next.
Do you see kids that emulate you? Like, do you ever go out and see a Littler Xan?
Littler Xan. That should be a rapper.
Tiny Xan. Littler Xan. What if I'm Littler Xan?
Yo, shout out. There's actually a dope artist named Emotional Xan.
Emotional Xan.
You know what I'm talking about. Is
like, that, and you're cool with that? No lawsuits? You like Emotional
I'm cool
Xan?
with it, bro. If you can make it work with the name like that, that's epic. So
yeah, what are you?
Yeah, look, Emotional Xan. Look, it's crazy.
Oh my God, this guy's no joke. Do you know him?
Oh, we've talked before. Just like a little. Oh, we got Xan in our name.
No one with Xan in the name can ever have a normal appearance. Like it's got to be wild. It's got to be out there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Look at that. Shout out Emotional Xan, right? He's killing it. I love that. I love that so much.
That's great.
Emotional Xan holding a gun.
Very good. What everyone holds. All of the Xan family loves the weapons.
Yeah, we all get together and talk. We're in a group chat. All the Xans.
I love that. What's the what if you could have if you could do one thing in terms of a goal, is it you want to put out an album that's the most killer thing? Do you what's the one thing you want to do, a world tour? Like,
yeah, we're definitely working on the second album. Just trying to find.
Is it harder, second album?
It's a little. I think making an album in general is a little tricky because you know, music's always evolving, so you always are trying to get ahead of it so you can find out what the next is, the next what MGK Machine Gun Kelly's doing.
Yeah,
he nailed it.
He's evolved.
Yeah, he's evolved from just rap to the pop. They're
good. It's good.
So
good. Valentine, there's like good songs.
Oh, it's so good. So we're just listening to his album. It's amazing that the way he transitioned and he just had a #1 album doing that pop punk stuff which proves like where music's going. They like that alternative rock.
There's no borders anymore. Like
no,
you can just you can do whatever. Like I'm having a conversation with you.
That's crazy. You're crossing the.
This is a crazy thing.
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly can do alternative stuff. You can do whatever you want.
Anybody can do.
Donald Trump can be the president. I mean, it's really
wild.
It's wild. I mean, there's no limits to anything.
Yeah. So if anybody's ever telling you like you can't do that, well, you can fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing you can't do at this point. 2020 proved that. 2020
proves it. I'm excited for 2021.
Oh, hopefully it's worse.
And you're yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're excited that it's the new Sober Xan.
This is the first thing I've done too. Like sober.
No more now. If you ever throw a fit now at Taco Bell, you're doing it sober. I do it sober. I get angry sober, and you can too.
At this point, if I throw a fit somewhere,
you don't have to be on drugs. What is your order at Taco Bell or Del Taco? Just out of curiosity.
Del Taco, we used to call it the stoner burrito, but they used to get pissed. It's just a burrito with the fries in it.
Oh yeah, California burrito.
Oh, it's not called the stoner burrito.
Well, it's called the California burrito.
Yeah, we used to order it and be like, "Yo, can we get the stoner burrito?" They're like, "We don't know what that is.
Yeah,
please order the right way."
Sounds like, "Can I have the oxy guacamole?" Can you just use the menu? Yeah. Can you use the menu, please?
Yeah. Can I get the Xan? Oh man,
can I get the stoner burrito?
Yeah, that's what we used to call it.
You're just hanging out of a G-Wagon.
Yeah, at that time I was in a beat up Nissan Versa.
Now you're in the G?
Now I'm in the G wagon.
Where it's tight inside a little bit.
Yeah, you know, they don't. I wish like I knew more about the car before I got it, because it's like a boat. You know, it's like, it drives itself. Like you want to go left, it goes fucking right. It's right. I love it, but it is really.
When you make money and you're making money now, what are the things? Are you a clothes guy? You like cars? What's the thing where everybody has a vice? I
was more of a clothes guy.
I like shellfish. Everyone has like a thing.
You have a big shellfish.
I love like shrimp, and you ever have a shellfish tower at like a restaurant with like shrimp and lobster?
Oh, seafood is my favorite.
Yeah.
Clothes in the beginning, I was like, it has to be Louis, it has to be Gucci, but it doesn't. Like a hoodie and a beanie and skinny jeans.
Right.
And fucking shit.
I do the polo.
I like polo. Polo's
I just do it because it's just like I just started wearing it, and that's now just what I wear, and it's just easy. It's like a uniform, and I just
and this is kind of like a uniform too, because everybody. It's like, oh, like, what do you expect?
Be each other for Halloween. Maybe we'll go as Lil Xan.
Yeah, just put my face tattoos.
They'll be like, you're fat Lil Xan. I'm like, I'm Lil Xan.
Fat Xan.
Fat Xan. Well, dude, I fucking appreciate it. An hour went by like nothing.
Oh, yo, thank you so much.
It's wild to have you on.
Yo, so great to be on.
A lot of my fans would be like very interested in this conversation. Yeah. I'm like thrilled you're a fan of the show.
Oh, love it, bro.
I'm thrilled you fucking like some of the shit we do.
So sick.
I love that fucking that Slingshot song. That's like an unofficial song of our career. I love a lot of the other stuff you do. I thought you were Billie Eilish for many years, and now that I've finally realized, that you're not. But dude, you're so fucking talented. You're so fucking good.
Thank you for having me.
Stay fucking sober, dude. Keep making music. Definitely. And we'll head up to Saddle Ranch and we'll eat some chicken fingers
with all TikTokers.
All right, brother. Thank you for coming on, dude.
Thank you so much, man.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, man.
Tell everyone where they can find you if they don't know. They know, but
Instagram at Xanxiety. Just put an X in front of the word anxiety, and basically that's it. Yeah.
There you go. All right, everybody, go get the stoner burrito. All right.